Match of the Day tonight at 10:40. But now on BBC1, Daniel turns detective in Doctors.
Have you finished with this?
Half an hour ago.
I don't know why you can't come and eat with everyone else.
Food's bad enough without having to watch that lot shovelling it in.
You should really have a taxi, you know.
I'm not made of money.
What time's your appointment?
Haven't got one.
Why don't you ring them then?
What's the point? They'll only fob me off.
No, they're always pretty good at the mill.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, let me have a look.
Get off me, girl. I'm quite capable, you know. Been on my own for the last 30 years.
I'm not surprised.
Flaming kids. They won't be told. Ah!
I've got to pop in on a patient, so will you be all right hanging around for an hour or so?
Yeah, fine.
I've left the rest of the day clear. You know this.
Good to get back to work, or at least a working environment. Although I'm sure I'll be about as welcome as a case of foot and mouth.
No, they'll come round.
How can you be so sure?
Well, you're back now, aren't you?
Thanks to a serious amount of arm twisting from you.
And don't you forget it.
Joe, look, I know this is my last chance. I'm not going to mess it up.
Good. But do me a favour, will you? Just play everything by the book, because Julia will be watching you
Like a hawk. See ya.
They've run out, look.
You must have been given the right amount.
I wasn't. Look, I'm not completely daft. It happened once before.
When?
Last month.
Why didn't you say so then?
Because I didn't want to have to come all the way here just for you to call me stupid. I'm not supposed to have any stress, you know.
Ah, Daniel.
Oh, hi. Joe's gone to...
Mrs. Roberts, yes.
yeah, so he said to just wait in his room.
Fine, that's fine. Well, when he gets back, I'd like to see you both, please.
Of course.
Right. I can put you down as an emergency, but you might have to wait for a while.
To see the same bloke?
No, to see Dr. Clay.
That's no use to me.
Why ever not?
It's like your car. You always take it to the same garage so they know what they're doing.
Dr. Fenton is not a mechanic.
No, but it's him I want to see.
I'm sure you do, but he's not here.
All right. I'll wait then.
Fine.
But it is my heart, you know.
Dr. Granger, could you do me a favour? Would you mind seeing Mr. Bolshaw? He's driving me mad.
Sorry.
He should have come in tomorrow, but he's run out of tablets.
I'm not seeing any patients, sorry.
I have you down as working today.
But Julia...
It's just a repeat prescription. I'm sure it won't be a problem. I really would be very grateful.
Sorry.
Well, it doesn't seem a lot to ask.
I did want to see my proper doctor.
But you can't win them all.
Yeah, you're right there, son.
So how's the blood pressure been recently?
Fine till the tablets ran out.
I don't understand how that happened, to be honest.
Well, it wasn't my fault. I take the same every day.
Sure you do.
And I check my blood pressure every morning on my own machine.
It's a very good idea.
Yes, well, the other doctor thought so. Cost me enough, though. Then I write it down in here.
Well, there's definitely a problem here.
Ah, told you so.
Yeah, but I think we better let Dr. Fenton deal with it.
Why?
Well, because you're his patient.
Well, I'm here now.
I'm sorry, there's really nothing I can do for you.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he'll be back any minute.
Oh, you people.
Oh, I really don't think you should talk about Dr. Bell like that.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
He's going to need to see Joe. Sorry.
Thanks.
Messing people about.
I'd keep an eye on him, though. He's not looking too comfortable.
Will do. Mrs. Cropley, there is no need to shout.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
What was he doing with Daniel?
I asked him to see him.
And did he?
Well, of course not, Mrs. Cropley. You're supposed to rub it on.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry?
Seeing patients.
I didn't treat him.
That's beside the point. You know the rules. You are not to see anybody until we've set up the supervision.
Vivian said it would be okay.
What's it got to do with Vivian?
I thought I was doing you a favour.
No, Daniel, we're the ones doing you a favour. And you might as well know that if this was entirely up to me, you would not be here in the first place. You know perfectly well that we will be held responsible if you make another mistake. Instead of which you just swan in here and you completely disregard everything that's been agreed.
I don't need this.
You listen to me. We are putting the reputation of this practice on the line for you. Now, I think the least that you can do...
Forget about it, okay? I'm gone. It's pointless even trying.
Daniel, this is not personal.
Dr. Granger.
Mr. Bolshaw? Okay, get some oxygen and GTN spray. Mr. Bolshaw. And an ambulance. Okay, I'm going to need you to sit up for me. That's good. Okay.
Okay, folks, it's all right. Just
Try and
relax.
stay calm
Please stay in your seats.
and breathe normally. Okay, now just try and keep calm. No, steady. That's it, good. Spray. Okay, now I'm going to need to spray this in your mouth a couple of times. So I'm just going to take the mask off for a second, okay? Okay, lift your tongue. Good. What's going on?
You just collapsed.
Yeah, Mr. Bolshaw, look, I know you're in a lot of pain, but just try and stay calm.
This is heart, right?
Yeah, his pulse is weakening.
Okay, let's get him wired up to the defib. No, you carry on.
Please.
Morris, it's Dr. Fenton. Now, I'm going to have to take your blood pressure. Okay, I just want you to lift up your arm. That's it, good man. Okay.
That must be cursed or something.
He's still alive, thanks to you. Oh, is that his coat?
Any luck with the relatives?
Just trying.
Joe's going to stay with him until they arrive. I think you better hang around for a while. Stay here. Listen, please don't say anything, do anything, or touch anything unless you clear it with me first. I mean it. We could all be in a lot of trouble here. All of us. Can I speak to you later?
Thanks. Oh, yes, I'd like to leave a message for Nigel Bolshaw. I don't want to worry you, but it is rather urgent.
But you know what happened last week.
Yes, but he was down as a locum.
Only when the supervision's in place.
No one told me that.
I hadn't had time.
It's hardly my fault.
You should have checked with me first, Vivian.
Julia, I'm not a mind reader. I know I need to be sometimes, but...
Fair enough. It's just so typical, though, isn't it? He's been here 5 minutes and all hell lets loose.
Yes, but he did just save one of our patients.
I know. And he shouldn't have been anywhere near him. The GMC were very specific about that.
But it was an emergency.
Yes. And when they find out that Daniel was involved, they're going to blame us for it. Then, of course, there's the family.
Surely it won't come to that.
Oh, it will. Especially if that poor man dies.
How's it going?
Terrible.
Morris, I'm very sorry I wasn't there this morning.
Where were you then?
I had to see a patient. She was bedridden.
So what are you sorry for?
Stable.
Listen, Are these his?
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. Why should they be?
Oh, I think they're in his pocket.
Morris, are these yours?
Well, you should know they're what you give me.
Well, I'm afraid they are.
Well, don't take any others. Don't believe in it.
So when did you actually get them, Mr. Bolshaw?
Maybe we shouldn't push
The
it.
girl.
Sorry?
The girl brings them round at the home.
I'll go and see what they say.
Actually, I don't think that's such a good idea.
They've just been taking the wrong medication.
I'll look into it later.
I think now would be better, don't you?
Yes, but I have told Julia that you won't get involved any further.
Please, Joe, it's for his sake.
You sure about that?
All right, mine too. But look, it's one thing taking the rap when it's my fault. Please, come on. Just a couple of questions. Promise. So how long have you been working with Mr. Bolshaw?
2 or 3 years now, I suppose.
And what level of care does he get?
Hardly any. He won't let us.
Really?
Stubborn's not the word, bless him.
And who deals with the medication?
We all do, but not Morris's.
How come?
Thinks we're going to poison him, does it all himself.
He told me you brought it round.
Who does?
We said one of the girls here.
Well, I'm the youngest, but I definitely don't. I mean, I keep an eye on it as best I can.
He seems certain.
Maybe he's confused.
Yeah, he could be, I suppose, because of the shock or the medication. Do you know where he takes his prescription?
The chemist down the road, it's not far.
Funny. It's times like this when you wish you'd done things different. But it's too late.
Such as?
Smoking, for one thing.
You told me you'd given up.
Did nearly go on a cruise once. When we first got married. Gibraltar it was. Only it seemed a bit extravagant.
Oh, they do still do them, you know.
And I probably should have seen a bit more of the family after we split up. I've got a son and his 2 boys.
We did ring them.
Oh, you'll be lucky.
You're not very close then.
Well, how far's Walsall? They're neither use nor ornament, if truth be told.
How often do you see them?
Once in a blue moon when they want bailing out. Literally sometimes. It's all a different way of life to me. Something for nothing all the time. I mean, the youngest keeps playing truant, gets caught stealing in the town. I'd have fetched him a clout of the lug, me. But what does my son do, eh? Sues the school. And he got the money.
Mrs. Green, Mr. Hay, Mr. Uchebe. Thank you, Janice. Good afternoon.
Hi.
How can I help?
I'm Dr. Granger, working over at the Mill Health Centre.
Oh, I know the manager there rather well, Julia...
Parsons.
Indeed, nice lady.
Very. Thing is, it's about a patient, Morris Bolshaw.
What about him?
Well, I don't mean to alarm you in any way, but there seems to have been some confusion about his tablets. He said he was given these instead of what he was prescribed.
Not by me.
Well, where else would he get them from?
I've no idea.
Well, maybe you could check your records.
There's no need.
How can you be sure?
Dr. Granger, I've been dispensing Mr. Bolshaw's tablets for about 10 years. I know exactly what he's been given.
Yes, but mistakes can be made.
I'm sorry?
Do you have any other staff working here?
Not in the pharmacy, no. Do you mind my asking, how long have you been his doctor?
Well, actually, I'm a locum, but I don't see that...
Well, with all due respect, don't you think this is a matter for Mr. Bolshaw's own GP, with a full knowledge of his history? Perhaps I should speak with Miss Parsons. That'll be £3.75, please.
Thanks, eh, Doctor?
I'll bring you some brochures back. For the cruise.
Why not?
Oh, Vivian, what did you do with Mr. Bolshaw's jacket?
Sorry?
Well, there was a diary in it.
I gave it to Julia.
Oh, right, okay.
She'll be back in a minute.
Okay, cheers.
I think Dr. Granger's looking for you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, hi.
Oh, what was it you wanted?
I'm just going out. Wondered if you wanted anything.
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Hi, Joe. Here, look. Okay, the BP's rising steadily all week, day by day. And then here, same thing a month ago. Yeah. 7 days, higher and higher, until here, where it's stable again, on the same day that he got his prescription. The medication's obviously working when he's getting it. So either he's definitely being supplied the wrong tablets, or somebody swapped them.
Well, yes, I guess you're right.
Great, so why don't I stay here and you go and have a chat with the chemist? Oh, hold on. How's he doing?
I'm afraid Morris died.
Oh, great.
Half an hour ago. I'm just here to see his family.
Here's me running around like an idiot.
No, you were trying to help.
That'll be the day, I'm telling you, Joe. It's everything I touch.
No, Daniel, that makes no sense.
Well, try asking Morris that.
Look, you know very well that there's every chance, medically, that this could have happened at any time. And to be fair, he'd be the first to admit that he hasn't entirely helped himself.
You can't blame that poor old guy.
All I'm saying is that he could have accepted a little more support. Then we might have found out about this a bit sooner. So no beating yourself up, eh?
GMC will do that for me, won't they?
Look, this will be them. Look, you go back and tell Julia I'll be another hour or so.
Yeah, what about this?
No, I don't want to go around accusing people. Just wait and see.
Wait, what for? For me to get struck off?
This isn't the time.
Joe, I'm not going to sit around and wait for them to...
Just leave it, Daniel. Please. Look, I don't want you taking any more chances because, let's face it, you haven't been a very good gambler up to now, have you?
You know, I really liked him. He reminded me of my granddad. He never stops moaning either.
Thing is, I need a favour. I mean, is there anything else you can think of?
Like what?
Well, how about his family? Do you know them?
No. But Morris said he wouldn't trust them as far as he could throw them.
Have they been here in the last week or month?
No. Year more like.
I mean, is there anything else? Could anybody else have had access to those tablets?
There was no one, honestly. He used to say the only person he'd seen all week was Janice from the chemist.
Sorry, who?
The delivery lady.
The girl who brought the pills round.
I wouldn't exactly call her a girl.
No, but Morris would. Thank you. Mrs. Carr, sorry, but I really do need to speak to you.
About what, exactly?
Well, actually, it's about Janice. How long has she been delivering for you?
Well, let me see. How long did I say I'd been here?
10 years.
Right. Well, she was here when I started. I think she had a bicycle then.
Are you saying, then, that there's absolutely no way that she could have mixed up the packages?
Well, she could have, but she didn't.
How can you be so certain?
Because, Dr. Granger, she takes her work very seriously, and so do I.
And so do I, as it happens. That's why I'm here again. Look, all I'm asking for is a little help.
And I'm being as helpful as I can.
Then show me your records.
I can't see any reason to do that.
Why not, if you've got nothing to hide?
Dr. Granger, are you actually accusing me of something?
I just want to know the truth.
Well, then I suggest you find it somewhere else.
Look, will you just listen to me for a minute? Mr. Bolshaw has died. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so abrupt.
That's awful.
Yes, I agree. So please, look, I really don't think it's unreasonable for us both to try and find out what may
Hello,
or may...
Vivian. Is Julia there at all? It's Mrs. Khan.
There's really no need for that.
Of course there is. It's a very serious matter. Oh, hi, Julia. I've just had some terrible news from one of your doctors.
Hi.
I'm so sorry, Dr. Fenton.
Me too, Joe, I really am.
Yeah, he was a decent man.
Look, I'm sorry, you're not going to like this.
What?
I just had a phone call from Mrs. Khan.
Mrs. Who?
Mr. Bolshaw's chemist. Apparently Daniel's been over there harassing her, making all kinds of insinuations.
When?
About 5 minutes ago.
Joe, hi.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Sorry?
What did I just say to you? About leaving well alone. And now, the minute I walk in from someone's deathbed, I've got another complaint to deal with.
I only asked her perfectly...
When are you going to learn to stop chasing your bets? I'm doing everything I can for you here, Daniel, but you're just treating me like a complete fool. And I'm really starting to question why on earth I'm bothering. Heaven knows, I don't want to sound like some nagging father. I'm not your father, and you are not a child. But I'm warning you, when the GMC haul you up this time, I am not going to be able to save your neck, because I'm going to be too busy trying to save my own.
Joe, I honestly didn't mean to cause any...
Well, I want you over here within the next 20 minutes.
OK, fine.
And from now on, just keep out of it. I mean it, Daniel. I've had enough.
Joe, I'm really...
Yes.
I'm sorry. It was my fault. I should have just let him go this morning.
Before he'd had any sort of chance.
Oh, come on, Joe. He's had plenty of chances. We bent over backwards, you know that.
Yes, all right.
You can tell him till you're blue in the face.
I know, but I'm not his nursemaid, so let's just wait till he gets back here, shall we?
And when will that be?
Very soon, or believe me, I am finished with him.
What are you doing?
Do you mind if I have a look at these?
What?
I'm just checking, you know.
Who are you then?
Dr. Granger, and you? Why are you doing Janice's deliveries?
What's her afternoon off?
Why, and you're the relief. Some sort of agency.
You better get out, mate.
Oh, look at that.
Give it here.
You see that? The seal's broken. So I'm guessing you did Morris Bolshaw's delivery last week and about a month ago as well. These are supposed to be antidepressants. What are you doing? Taking them yourself or selling them on?
I never touched them.
Then who did?
Well, you, for all I know, just then.
Come on.
It's your word against mine, mate.
But you did swap them.
What if I did? How are you going to prove it?
Just did.
What are you doing? Taking them yourself or selling them on?
sure Mrs. Carmen.
It's your word against mine, mate.
Watch this.
But you did swap. What if I did? How are you going to prove it? I just did.
There you go. All yours.
Thank you, Daniel, and well done.
Well, I'd still like to see you both tomorrow, OK?
To discuss the supervision.
To discuss everything, to be honest.
So this doesn't make any difference?
No, Daniel.
No. Why doesn't she just come out and say it? She doesn't want me here, and that's all there is to it.
I'll see you both tomorrow.
He was too strong. I tried to fight back. I did.
It's okay, you're safe now.
I've apologised to the silly tart if I'd have known she was upset.
There aren't going to be any more surprises, are there?
I haven't seen my tuppence yet.
You have been off your game lately.
When I'm not fit enough for this job, you were the first to know.
Tonight on BBC1, something to shout about. Lulu on The One Show at 7.